Kurt, it's an honor to talk to you. Thank you for all your teachings. You've helped me so much. I've had the experience of realizations this past year, and I find your instructions on the 3 different methods to access presence and stillness to be extremely effective. And my question has to do with the emotion of the present moment. Is there emotion in experiencing the now? Because I found that thoughts generate emotions, like you say. The emotion you can't have an emotion really without a thought. You can't be angry without having angry thoughts, so on and so forth. And yet, when I can enter that state, like if I enter it through pure perception, like in my backyard, and I'm able to stop thinking and be completely present, then there really isn't a thought there. It's more like a quiet bliss.
Yes.
It's a quiet bliss. And so I'm curious about when you talk about the joy of being, it's such a quiet state. Like there may not be any thought. I'll be sitting there and then suddenly the other day a seagull flew into the backyard and, I was mesmerized because we were both present with each other. Mm-hmm. And then the bliss comes and it's kind of like a quiet bliss because there's no thought except sometimes like appreciation creeps in when the thoughts go, and then I can be there with the stillness. And I try to find the quality of the stillness. It's more like the peace that I've been looking for all my life. It's just peace because the thought machine has finally, found the off switch.
Yes.
So my question is the nature of that stillness bliss? Does the present moment have an emotion to it that comes without a thought?
Oh, well, what you describe as bliss is not an emotion. It could be misinterpreted as an emotion because the Western languages are deficient in terms that refer to the inner realm, whereas languages like Sanskrit that come out of an old spiritual tradition have many more words to describe the phenomena of the inner realm. So we have such few words that when we feel something that we call bliss, we think, well, that must be an emotion. But it's not really an emotion. Emotion, the word itself comes from emovere, which means to stir about, to stir, which from Latin. So you're stirring the cup. So the bliss is not that. It's something that transcends emotion. An emotion can arise within the field of presence in the same way that a cloud can arise in a blue sky and then dissolve again. So there can be you can suddenly feel, you could have an emotion where you see something, there's a thought, can come in. Within the totality of presence, a little thought can be there, like an emotion can be there, and then it subsides. But that in itself, the joy of being, is deeper than any emotion. It's beyond the realm of opposites. The emotions are within the realm of opposites. So, but since we don't have words to describe, well, if it's not an emotion, what is it? Well, we don't have a word for it. So, what you experience is the clear sky, and it's not an emotion. It's an intense sense of aliveness, but it's beyond duality, beyond up and down, and so there's nothing to worry about. It was only a question of lack of the right words.
Yeah. Yeah, I think thoughts block experience the bliss in the present moment. And you've said often to imagine that there is no past and no future. That's been particularly helpful instruction.
Yes.
Because when I stay present and notice the thoughts that try to creep in, but I'm very more skilled now at letting them go very quickly. So then I noticed this it's a quiet, happy. I think this is it. It's a lack of words to describe the feeling. But I woke up a couple of weeks ago in the middle of the night. It was about 4 a.m, and the moonlight was coming in, and for about 90 seconds, as I sat on my bed, I had the most amazing sensation. I had no story. It was like I was in both worlds at the same time. I felt like I was in the form dimension and the formless dimension at the same time. There were no words. It was 90 seconds of, it felt like nirvana, but there were no thoughts. So that's...
Well, wonderful. Thanks for sharing that with us. It's, I'm sure, encouraging for everybody to hear.
Thank you.
Thank you.